Hi, this is the video lesson for lesson number 9 in your blue books. So go ahead and open to your blue book. You're going to need a pencil today and a colored pencil again. When you're using your colored pencil, you really only need one color to do this. So you don't need a whole box. You could use more than one color, but one is enough. All right, so for the first part, the application problem for the application problem for lesson number 9. What we're doing is talking more about fractions, and the rest of this is also about fractions. So it's pretty straightforward what we're doing. When we're answering this question, please remember that not all questions we can add or subtract to solve, but we're sometimes looking at a picture to help us find the answer. This first one, it says, Emmy cut a square brownie into fourths. So hopefully you remember yesterday that fourths is 1 out of 4, or fourths, 4 pieces. Draw a picture of the brownie. Emmy gave away 3 parts of the brownie. How many pieces does she have left? So the first thing we need to do is go ahead and draw our big brownie. She had 1 brownie. But then Emmy had her brownie and she cut it into fourths. So we need to cut it, if we're cutting into fourths, we need to cut it into 4 equal pieces. In cutting it into 4 equal pieces, it's easy to go ahead and put our top line through. And then go ahead and do 1 line through here. For this next part, now we're going to reread the question again. I only remembered, okay, I got to the part where we made a brownie and we cut it into fourths, but okay, I need to read it again to remind me of what I'm trying to find. What is the answer? How do I solve the problem? Emmy cut a square brownie into fourths. Draw a picture of the brownie. Check, we did that. Emmy gave away 3 parts of the brownie. How many pieces does she have left? Okay, there's that next part. She gave away 3 parts. So I'm looking at this. If she gave away 3, I'm going to be like, okay, she gave away, she gave away, she gave away, and that takes us to 3 parts she gave away. But that's not it. We don't want to know she gave away 3 parts. It already told us she gave away 3 parts. What we're trying to find out is how many parts she has left. And looking at this picture, how many pieces are left? 1, just the 1 is left. So if just 1 is left, we now know she had 1 left. But then, when we turn over the page, we need to go ahead and write this as a complete sentence. Maybe you have an idea of what should be said. Maybe you don't. But either way, think about it for just a second. What can we say? What can we say Emmy had? So we can say Emmy, because that's our person. Emmy had 1, and we need to be specific. It's not just she had 1. She had 1 brownie piece left. And that's it. She had 1 brownie piece left. All right, if you need extra time, go ahead and pause this video. I'm going to turn the page here, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, at the top, please remember we need to practice writing our name. That way, when we're back at school, we're in the habit, and we're not forgetting to write our name and date at the top of pages. All right, so I wrote my name and the date. It says label the shaded part of each picture as 1/2 of the shape or 1/4 of the shape. So what we're trying to figure out, is it half or quarter? Looking at this picture, we have part A, or shape A, and shape B. And it wants us to figure out the sentences and figure out if A is the answer or B is the answer to the sentence. So which shape has been cut into more equal parts? A or B? Which one has more parts, basically, is what it's asking. So the answer is A. A has more parts because A has 4 parts because it's been split into quarters, where B only has 2. All right, which shape has larger equal parts? Which one's parts are biggest? Which one has the bigger or larger parts? So B. B has the larger parts because you see half is bigger than a quarter. So it has the larger parts. Which shape, kind of cut my P. There we go. Which shape has the smaller equal parts? So when you're looking at this, which shape has the smaller equal parts? Is it A or B? So it's A. A's equal parts are smaller than B. It's half the size as B. Looking at number 2, which shape has been cut into more equal parts? So A has been cut into more parts or B? B has more parts. There are 4. It has more equal parts. Which shape has larger equal parts, A or B? A. See that? Oops. This part here is larger or bigger than this part here. So the A's equal parts are bigger or larger. Last one. Which shape has smaller equal parts, A or B? B has the smaller equal parts. They're half as big as A. Because you could take this and take away half of this, and that would be the same amount as B. All right, so let's look at this one. It says, circle the shape that has the larger shaded part. Circle the phrase that makes the sentence true. So what we're doing is circling the part has most of it colored in. Is half more or is quarter more? Half is more. Half is more than 1/4. Let's look at this next one. The continuation of this problem, not next one. The larger shaded part is blank the whole shape. So then we need to pick which is the right fill-in for the sentence. Is it the larger shaded part is 1/4 of the whole shape, or the larger shaded part is 1/2 of the whole shape? Is this 1/2 or 1/4 of the whole shape? Hopefully you said it's a half. The larger shaded part is 1/2 of the whole shape. All right, let's go and look at this next page. It says color the part of the shape to match its label. So what we're trying to do is match what this says here and match it to here. So when it says 1/2 of the circle, what we need to do is take and draw 1/2 of a circle. So if it's split in half, we know it's split into 2 parts. 1/2, 2 parts. So I'm going to go and take it and split the circle in half. Then I can go ahead and color in half of the circle, because 1/2. And there's 1/2 of a circle. Now this next part over here, it says 1/4 of this circle. What is 1/4 of the circle? Well, first thing I need to do is split it into fourths, because 1/4 is 1/4. So once I split it into fourths, then I'm going to color in 1/4 of the circle, or 1 part. And there you have it. This next one down here says 1/4 of the rectangle. So I'm going to write out what the 1/4 is. And 1/4 is 1/4. And I'm splitting it into quarters. And there we have it, quarters. Now I'm going to color in 1/4 of it. And that is 1/4 of the rectangle. So now I'm going to go to the other side here. It says 1/2 of the rectangle, and a half means I'm splitting it into 2 parts. So 1/2 splits into 2 parts. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my line, 1/2. And I'm going to go ahead and color in half of the rectangle. And there we have it. That's half the rectangle. The last one says 1/4 of the square. So 1/4 is the fraction, that looks like this, 1/4. So if we're splitting it into quarters, that would be quarters. And if I'm only going to color in 1/4 of it, I'm only going to color in 1 squared. This next one over here says 1/4 of the square. 1/4 is 1/4. 1/4. So now I need to split it into how many parts? 4. 4 parts. Because I need to color in 1/4 of it. So I'm going to go over here and color in 1/4. Now that we're done splitting it apart, we're going to say how to make it congruent sentences, or sentences that are correct, figuring out which part of here is correct for comparing the 2 shapes. If you need to go ahead and pause this, I'm going to go ahead and start with number 4. It says 1/2 of the circle, blank 1/4 of the circle. What we're trying to figure out is 1/2 is larger or bigger than 1/4, 1/2 is smaller than 1/4, or 1/2 is the same size as 1/4. Hopefully you said 1/2 is larger, so there's more colored in. It is larger than 1/4. So what you want to do is imagine if somebody says, do you want 1/4 or half a dollar? You're going to be like, well, I want half the dollar. That's 2/4. I want more. Or if somebody says, do you want 1/4 of this pizza or do you want half of the pizza? You're probably going to be like, hey, I want half the pizza. So when somebody's saying larger, that's the amount that's more or greater. 1/4 of the rectangle is larger than 1/2 of the rectangle. 1/4 is smaller than 1/2 of the rectangle. 1/4 is the same size as half of the rectangle. So is this larger than this? Is this smaller than this one? Or is it the same size? Hopefully you said it's smaller. The 1/4 is smaller than the half. This last one here says 1/4 of the square is what compared to 1/4 of the square? Is one larger than the other? Is one smaller than the other? Or are they the same exact size? Hopefully you said they're the same size. So 1/4 is the same size as 1/4. They might be different words, but they mean the same exact thing, like bigger and larger and greater. All have the same meaning when we're talking about math, but they're different words. All right, if you need some extra time, pause this real quick, and in 3 seconds, I'm going to turn the page. 3, 2, 1. All right, this here is your exit ticket. Hopefully this is pretty straightforward for you guys. I'm going to give you guys a little hint. Down here in the bottom, I recommend you show 1/2 and 1/4 circles and color that in, and this is going to help you a lot with answering the questions. So I'm going to go ahead and color that in to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to take those 2 circles down at the bottom and I'm going to show 1/4 and 1/2. And having this here is going to help you answer the questions here, and it's going to help you answer the questions here. So I'm going to read the whole thing 2 times, so hopefully you guys got it. This one says 1/4 of the circle is larger than 1/2 of the circle. So when you're thinking about that, it's saying, is that true or false? Is 1/4 larger than 1/2? Is 1/4 larger than 1/2? Is that true or false? True means like, yes, it is. False means no, it's not. That's wrong. Part B, cutting the circle into quarters gives you more pieces than cutting your circle into half. So does this give you more pieces than this? Is that true or false? Is that yes or no? True is yes, false is no. Does this quarter give you more pieces than this half? All right, this next part here, it says explain your answers using the circles below. So what you need to do is say why it's true or false. Is this true or false? You already answered that here. You need to say why. Because of what? It is true because, it is false because. Down here, is it true because, is it false because? Think about your reason. I don't need these to be complete sentences, but if you could, please go ahead and label your parts as A and B so I know which one you're answering. A, what is your reason this is true or false? B, what is your reason this is true or false? And you can use this picture too to help you draw it out and see how you can draw a quarter or half and see if that helps you up here. Please do your best, and I cannot wait to see your guys' answers. Bye!